In last lecture, we have studied about the structure of human eye and how working of its lens is done. Today, we will see our next point, that is the defects of vision and their corrections. Before this, they have given us an experiment. In try this, you have to try to read a book by keeping a very or far from our eyes, then by keeping it very close to our eyes, and then by keeping it at a distance of 25 centimeter from our eyes, and in which condition you can see clearly or you can read clearly the book. You can see that in third condition, that is at a distance of 25 centimeter from your eyes, you can read the book correctly or neatly, because 25 centimeter is the near point of a normal human eye. But in some persons this is not also possible, because there are some types of defects in vision, and therefore they can't read it properly. Today we have to see what are the defects of vision and how their corrections are done. Some people cannot see things clearly due to the loss of accommodation power of the lens of their eyes. We have studied what is meant by the accommodation power in the last lecture. Some people can't see the objects because their accommodation power of the eye is get lost, and because of the defective refraction by the lenses, their vision becomes faint and fuzzy. In general, there are three types of refraction defects. We have to see which are these three types. First is the nearsightedness or myopia. You can see this in diagram number 7.13 how nearsightedness is done. In this case, the eye can be nearby. I can see nearby objects clearly, but the distant objects appear indistinct. This means the far point of the eye is not at infinity but shifts closer to the eye. That means the far point which must be on the infinity is because it is shifted closer to the eye. Therefore, we can't see the objects which are at the far distance from the eye. In nearsightedness, the image of a distant objects forms in front of the retina as shown in the figure. You can see in the second diagram in 7.13 that you can see that the image is formed in front of the retina, therefore you can't see these objects clearly. There are two reasons for this defect. First is the curvature of the cornea and the eye lens increases, and due to the increase in this curvature, the muscles near the lens cannot relax, so that the converging power of the lens remains large. Converging power is large, therefore convergence is done at a point which is in front of the retina, therefore we can't see the objects which are at the far distance from the eye. And second reason is the eyeball elongates, so that the distance between the lens and the retina increases. Eyeball get elongated, therefore the distance between the retina and the lens get increased, therefore there is problem of this type. We have to correct this problem, so we can see the diagram number 3 that we have used the concave lens. These defects can be corrected by using spectacles with concave lens of proper focal length. We can use the concave lens to correct this disease or defect of your proper focal length. This lens diverges the incident rays, and then diverged rays can be converged by a lens in the eye to form the image on the retina. That means by using the concave lens, the two phenomena are done, divergence and again convergence, therefore image can be formed on the retina. The focal length of convex lens is negative, and the lens so a lens with negative power is required for correcting nearsightedness. The power of lens is different for different eyes depending on the magnitude of this magnitude of their nearsightedness. Then the next defect is farsightedness or hypermetropia. In this defect, the human eye can see the objects at a distance objects clearly but cannot see the objects nearby to them. This means that the near point of the eye is no longer at 25 centimeter but shifts farther away. As shown in the figure 7.14, we can see how farsightedness is done. The image of nearby objects get formed behind the retina. In second diagram, you can see that the image is formed behind the retina, so we can't see the object which is near to us. There are two reasons for farsightedness. The curvature of the cornea and the eye lens decreases, so that the converging power of the lens becomes less. Due to the flattening of the eye ball, and the distance between the lens and the retina decreases. Due to these two reasons, farsightedness is done. to clear or to correct this defect, we use the convex lens. You can see the third diagram. In this, convex lens is used by this defect can be corrected by using a convex lens with proper focal length, and this lens converts the incident ray before they reach the eye lens. The lens then converges them to form the image on the retina. That means double conversion process is done so that we can find the image on the retina. The focal length of the convex lens is positive, thus the spectacles used to correct farsightedness has positive power. The power of these lenses is different depending on the extent of farsightedness. And the third defect is the presbyopia. Presbyopia, generally the focusing power of the eye lens decreases with age. This effect is observed in aged persons because the focusing power of the eye lens decreases according to the age, and the muscles near the lens lose their ability to change the focal length of the eye or focal length of the lens. The near point of the lens shifts farther than from the eye, and because of this, old people cannot see nearby objects clearly. That means these three type of defects are observed in the human eye, and how they are corrected we have seen in these points. First of all is the nearsightedness. Near objects can be seen clearly, but distant objects cannot be seen. For this we use concave lens spectacles. Next is the farsightedness or hypermetropia. In this, the distant objects can be seen clearly, but the near objects cannot be seen clearly. For this you use convex lens spectacles. And the third is the presbyopia. In this, it is the defect according to the age. For this we use the different types of spectacles according to their problem. But sometimes people suffer from nearsightedness as well as farsightedness at one time. That means the single person can face these two types of problems at one time. In such a case, bifocal lenses are used or required to correct the defect. What is meant by the bifocal lens? See, in such lenses, the upper part is concave lens and corrects nearsightedness, while the lower part is the convex lens which corrects the farsightedness. That means the two types of defects are cleared by using this biconvex or bifocal lenses. Thus here we have completed the defects of human or vision and their corrections. Then see our next point, apparent size of an object. We can see the diagram number 7.15. In this you can see the apparent size of the object. There are two objects PQ and P1Q1. Both have the same size, but they are kept at different distances from our eye as shown in the figure. As the angle alpha is the angle made by the object PQ with the eye, and the angle beta is the angle made by the object P1Q1 with the eye. Both have the same size. Both objects are of same size, but the angles are different. Thus, here alpha angle is greater than the beta. Thus, the apparent size of the objects depend on the angles subtended to the object at the eye. Here PQ is larger than the P'2'. Though they are same in size, we find that they are larger than the P1Q1. So here the size of the object depends upon the angle which is made by the object with the eye. So we bring the small objects near to eye to see it clearly, because the angle, when we kept it near to eye, the angle made by the object must be higher, so it looks like larger than its original size. Then our next point is the uses of convex lens. Where convex lenses are used, see there are 5 uses. First is the medical equipments, scanner and CD player. In these instruments use laser light. For proper working of these equipments, concave lenses are used. Second is the peephole in door. This is a small safety device. Peephole, you have seen this peephole on your door. This is a small safety device which helps us to see large area outside the door, and this uses one or more concave lenses. Next is the spectacles. In spectacles, concave lenses are used to correct the nearsightedness. Next is the torch. Concave lens is used to spread widely the light produced by a small bulb inside a torch. And last is the camera, telescope and microscope. In these instruments, mainly convex lenses are used to get good quality image. A concave lens is also used in front of the eyepiece or inside it. Thus, here we have completed the defects in vision and their corrections, as well as apparent size of the object and uses of concave lens, where concave lenses are used. So the points I have teach today, you have to read and write the defects of vision in your notebook and how they are corrected, and also write the uses of concave lenses. Here we will stop today. Thank you.